Tomoe Gozen is a heroic spirit who debuted, grew, and developed without any flaws in her story. Seriously, there's no one on this planet who doesn't like Tomoe Gozen. Well, maybe Domon, but he doesn't count. Unlike other characters who usually have one or two flaws, Tomoe feels like the golden child blessed by the gods, and everyone agrees she deserves it. She's sexy, beautiful, loyal, strong, and on top of that, she's a gamer. Not just any gamer though, a gamer mom. What more could you possibly want? Now, even though I said all that, she does have her fair share of unique development. And as always, let's talk about this woman and the special charm that makes players love her. Where did it begin? What is the turning point? And what kind of development does she have? I've already mentioned a few things earlier, but let's dive in a bit deeper. Tomoe Gozen's debut was pretty unique. The first time she's mentioned in the game as a heroic spirit, she's already dead after fighting an enemy army. You might have missed it, but her name first popped up in the Babylonia chapter as one of Gilgamesh's servants. It wasn't shown in the anime, but if you paid attention to the ending song, you'd catch a glimpse of her. She was part of the forces Gilgamesh summoned to fight the goddesses, alongside other Japanese servants, but she fell in battle against Girtablilu, one of Tiamat's offspring. The anime only showed the surviving ones like Benkei and Ushiwakamaru, but yeah, that's where Tomoe was first mentioned. Fast forward to after the whole Goitia mess, we finally got to see Tomoe's true form. This time though, she appeared in Shimosa as one of the cursed heroic spirits, and this is where her journey to becoming one of the most beloved heroic spirits really begins. What's cool about Tomoe's debut as an actual character is that she's introduced as a major villain in Shimosa. Some people even say that this introduction is a bit weak. Well, personally, I don't think so. The unique thing about Tomoe's introduction is that even though she's cursed to be evil and brutally murder people, she still sneaks in moments of kindness, making you wonder if she's really bad or just stuck in a terrible situation. She's ruthless in her missions, but can act completely normal, almost sweet, even while heading off to slaughter an entire village. There's this one scene that really stood out. One night, while she was out to some places, she came across an elderly couple heading back to their village after a stroll. Since they only had a small lantern, they couldn't see clearly. Tomoe, instead of ignoring them, actually went up to say hi and acted like a polite young woman. As a married woman herself, she could relate to them and even said goodbye before parting ways. Danzo, who was with Tomoe at the time, was confused. She started wondering if the curse had worn off or something because Tomoe seemed so normal. But then, Tomoe casually mentioned that there was a village nearby she needed to stop by to massacre. And yes, she knew that the elderly couple lived there. The curse had twisted her mind so much that her kindness and brutality blended together in the creepiest way. And that's how she was portrayed in Shimosa. A crazy woman consumed by rage because she lost something deep in her heart and couldn't get it back. It's like her soul was stuck in this endless anger, confused about what to do and what to destroy. But some people think this introduction was a bit weak though. What do you guys think? For me personally, it's not weak at all when we learn what made her so angry. You see, even though it was Limbo's curse that twisted Tomoe's personality, she turned into a raging figure who hated pretty much everything, even her own country. And honestly, you can't really blame her. Her husband, Yoshinaka, was unjustly killed by his own siblings despite his unwavering loyalty and genuinely kind nature. To make things worse, Japan later fell under the rule of the Tokugawa shogunate, who claimed descent from the same Minamoto clan that betrayed Yoshinaka. Tomoe was basically venting her anger at a world that dealt her innocent lover such a tragic injustice. When Musashi figured out her true name, Fujimaru immediately connected the dots and remembered her role in the Babylonia singularity, even though they had never actually met her before. And when the final blow was struck, Tomoe finally recalled her last sweet moments with Yoshinaka and passed away peacefully. The player even gets the option to salute her for her efforts in Babylonia, despite never having personally interacted with her before. See, this is such a nice touch. Combined with her stunning design and twisted sense of justice, Tomoe left a massive impression on everyone. Her spotlight in this chapter drove people absolutely crazy about summoning her to Chaldea. Well, to be honest though, I'm not surprised. Even if you haven't played Shimosa, anyone who sees Tomoe's design is bound to like her. Seriously, she has that modest beauty and elegance combined with an outfit that feels practical, not too skimpy, but not over the top either. I mean, look at her. She is one of the archers that actually uses a bow and arrow, so that's always a good sign. In Kiso's Last Moments, the 9th chapter of The Tale of the Heike by Kakuichi, she's described as of lovely long hair, of truly outstanding features, exceptionally strong with a bow, a soldier that matched 1,000, always ready to face even a demon or a god, be it mounted or on foot. From that description, she can be depicted as fair-skinned, with long hair, an incredible archer, and absolutely gorgeous. A beautiful and mighty warrior. And honestly, for a character wearing armor and battle gear, her outfit feels so realistic and practical. Her Stage 1 design alone is already captivating. Then in Stage 2, her design shifts to Oni mode, which feels fresh and exciting for masters. Then, in the 3rd stage, she becomes even more majestic. If you're seeing all this and still not falling for her, bro, your taste must be out of this world. Anyway, as a female warrior, her strength isn't bad either. Sure, her stats are pretty average, but she can pump out some serious damage thanks to her skills, which give her solid all-around defense. That said, her HP is one of the lowest among her rarity, so much so that even some 3-star servants can have more HP when fully leveled. Thankfully, her Adrenaline Rush skill helps by boosting her max HP for 5 turns and giving her a solid guts effect that restores a good chunk of health when triggered. Well, from a gameplay perspective, she's not amazing, but she's not bad either. What really gives her a boost, though, is the fact that she's a gamer. Yep, gamer mom. Not only does she play games herself, but she's also got this wholesome motherly vibe where she invites others to join her gaming sessions, whether it's kids or teenage heroic spirits. And honestly, that's just wholesome AF. Now, Tomoe's unique quirk as a gamer mom is easily one of her standout traits. Remember a few weeks ago when I talked about St. Martha? How she has that tough boxer side despite being, well, a saint? In Tomoe's case, we've got this badass warrior woman with a motherly vibe who's also a total gaming addict. Naturally, fans went absolutely wild over this. The memes and fan art of Tomoe gaming exploded in popularity. The developers and writers fully leaned into this unique aspect of her character, sprinkling it everywhere. In her interludes, events, you name it. I mean, who doesn't love her adorable lines about games of video? A lot of her dialogue in the Setsubun event revolves around the video games she plays, and the epilogue even has her, Fujimaru and Ibaraki, teaming up in an FPS match against Osakabe Hime, while Shuten cheers from the sidelines. Her profile in Material 6 confirms that she loves both video and board games, especially ones with battle themes. She's even become gaming buddies with the Valkyries, though they play totally different kinds of games. The Valkyries are into dating sims, while Tomoe prefers action-packed titles. And of course, she drops plenty of references to various video games throughout her interactions. It's gotten to the point where even Uriel calls Chaldea's recreation room Tomoe's den. Honestly, I feel like this is something a lot of gamers can relate to, right? And then there's Benny Enma, who mentions that Tomoe's taste buds have gone dull from eating too many modern snacks. Now, let's be real, this heavily implies that Tomoe is snacking non-stop while gaming. Like, if Benny's saying she eats a lot of snacks, you can only imagine how long Tomoe's gaming sessions go. Long enough to completely mess with her sense of taste, at least. And yeah, to be honest, A beautiful gamer girl is like a magnet for fans, especially those who find her super relatable. Because of her massive popularity with this whole gamer mom vibe, she eventually got the blessing of a summer suit. I've gotta say, I really appreciate the devs for this one. They leaned into the memes and trends surrounding Tomoe and expanded on her gamer quirk. Just look at her stage 1 design. Some people think her summer outfit leans a bit too hard into being sexy, but honestly, I don't see it that way. Sure, she looks stunning in that swimsuit, but the fashion and design are on point and feel far from over the top. If any of you say you don't like this design, bro, you're lying. Design-wise, this has to be one of the best in the entire series, at least for me. And thanks to this summer fit, she became even more popular, especially among the cultured crowd. How about her stage 2 and 3 designs? Yeah, they're great, but the first stage really steals the show. It perfectly captures Tomoe's unique vibe as a gamer mom. Oh, and here's another thing I love. It's just another factor that boosted her popularity, besides how unique and rare it is to see a mom addicted to gaming. Tomoe's Oni design looks strikingly similar to Nakiri Ayame from Hololive, who's also an Oni. People familiar with one or both often call Tomoe Ayame as a playful nickname. Ayame's a streamer who also plays games, so you can see the connection. Now, I'm not here to start any debates about who came up with the concept first, but the fact that we have this nickname and the shared idea of a white-haired Oni girl who loves gaming makes Tomoe feel even more relatable, and it's definitely boosted her fame. Now click subscribe and see you guys next time.